everybody, Patty Ann here. Welcome back. Today I'm going to do a Jean Frida. Hey Jean Frida, I see you out there. I haven't done a Jean Frida for a while, as you guys know, because I've been sick and didn't have a voice. Hopefully this thing's going to work out well today. So I'm going to watch and see when this goes live. It's about 20 or 30 seconds behind, so I'm waiting to see if it goes live and you guys are really here. Hey Chow, I just see Chow is in the chat, and Tammy, Deborah, Jean Frida. Who else is in the chat? Let's see. Deanna, Dee. Hey everybody. All right. So for some reason it says it's waiting for me, and I'm here. Are you freaking kidding me? No way, Jose. Okay, I am live somewhere and you guys are not here. And you guys aren't here. I don't see you. Do you guys see me? Oh my gosh. Are you freaking kidding me? There's no way this is happening again. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, we're doing it again. So, yes, you're here, but you don't see me, do you? Do you see me? Tammy, do you see me? Okay. All right, sorry you guys, I'll be right there. So anyway, like I was saying, I haven't done a Jean Frida in a while because I was sickly. Okay, now I see it's live. OMG. Anyway, welcome. I've got my coffee ready to go. Sweet. Thanks, Tammy. I see that now. Okay, so let me go back here and go here. Okay, so what we're going to work on today is something I think is really, really fun. It's going to be, well, I have one of them over here, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Hang on just a sec. Okay, got it. Okay. And what it's going to be is something that you can use for spring break if you go on a spring break, or if your kids do, or if you're going on a vacation, or some of you might even be coming to our retreat in October, and it would be a perfect time to take that, this little thing. Let me get it for you to show you. I'm going to hopefully not knock over my camera like I did last time. Okay, so you actually saw it in the picture. This is what it looks like. It's for your phone charger, no matter what size or whatever. And I think it turned out really cute. So I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. And I'm going to do it with my Cameo. But not to worry, because you guys know how to take stuff over and use it in Cricut. If you've been one of my students for the past year, you should pretty much know how to do that. So, yeah, I see you guys are saying you miss everybody. I know it's going to be really sad to just be once a month for our Patreon class, but promise we're going to pop on here and get into Zoom so we can talk and see each other and show and tell there too. Because I know some people were pretty sad about this, as was I. I mean, it was, I don't know if you ever watch Ken's Creations, and a lot of times he gets really emotional. He does a Ken from the car. I felt like doing a Patty Ann from the car and just telling you guys, oh, I don't know what to do, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway, we'll be getting together, so not to worry. Yeah, isn't that great about Stephanie? Hey, don't tell. I'm going to show you guys right now what we're talking about. So, those of you in my group, let's see, you should be able to see this now. Those of you in our group, you know that we do the cards for kids. And if you're not a member of our Facebook group, here's the link for it. You go to Facebook groups and Cutting Up with Patty Ann. And that's where we're doing our information about cards for kids. That's a charity event. You can go to it and you can see it there on my screen. And they send cards to all over the place. Here's what the thing is. Let's see if I can go back to their home. Okay, so what they do, their mission is to just send kids cards who are either hospitalized or have been taken out of their homes for some reason or another. And we send cards because we love to make cards. So we send these cards to them and they take them to their rooms or wherever they happen to be to uplift their spirits. And again, no matter what their problem is, the thing is there are rules. And if you're in our Facebook group, you know the rules are, you know, don't say get well soon or I hope things are going better for you. It's supposed to be strictly uplifting for these kids. Don't even act like you know that there's something going on at all. Let me fix this, combine these two. Okay, so this is what we're doing, the cards for kids. And I wanted to show you something. So not only are we just doing the cards for kids, but every time we send them in, we say they're from Patty Ann's place. Not that we get any real credit for it, but we get bragging rights. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. So here at this page, notice there's the diamond level, and that's for people that have sent in 1,000 cards. Google and some of these big places like this. And then there's the 500 plus cards, and that's what we're shooting for right now. But right now, check this out. We are at the gold level of 100 plus cards. There we are. There's our logo that Stephanie actually made for us, Patty Ann's place. So we've sent in cards, and we're right up there with Microsoft and some of these others. So I'm pretty excited about that, and it's a lot of fun. It gives us a reason to make our cards. And anyway, so here's the news that Tammy and people were talking about. I got this, let me see if you can see it. Yeah, I got this email today, and I just copied it into Notepad. It's from the president, Ike, and the founder of Cards for Kids. And he said, Patty Ann, I'm not sure if you saw, but one of your artists, Stephanie, made it into our overall top 10. We announced it on social media, and there's a link to a poll there. So let me know if you have any questions. And so he was suggesting that we go and vote for Stephanie or whichever cards we liked. So I thought that was fabulous. I'm so excited. That's so cool. And anyway, so then let's see, where is that going to go? So this, if you click on the link that I gave you in all of our Facebook groups, you'll end up at this page right here. And then when you click on that, you'll go to a page that looks like this. And this is where you can vote. And Stephanie's is this adorable little toolbox one. This little picture does not do it justice. We absolutely love this thing. It opens up. There's little tools in there. And what I really think is fabulous, oh, and by the way, right now Stephanie's winning. What I really think is super cute about Stephanie's is the sentiment that she put in it too. I always just say, hey, hi, your friend, Patty Ann from North Carolina. But look, check this out. Her brown toolbox with the tools was the name of the card. And she said, hi, my name is Stephanie, and I was looking for a little boy who just might like a toolbox card, and here you are. Hope you enjoy playing with it. I just think that's so cute. Won't a little kid just love getting that? So anyway, that's just the beginning, and I wanted to give you guys time to get here, and I just think this is fabulous. Congratulations, Stephanie. Good job. And everybody else, congratulations for sending in your cards. We're doing a super job. So, all right, let's move on now to our project. So I'm going to go to Silhouette. So here's my Silhouette opened up. And again, as you know, if you use a Cricut machine, you can use Silhouette and design things there and use them in for your Cricut machine. but I'm going to just do strictly silhouette today to show you how to make this. Anyways, I thought this was kind of cool. You know, don't spring break, if you got a teenager or whatever, or somebody a little older, you know, you don't want to lose your connection because you don't have any power. So you want to be able to do TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, hopefully still. Those teenagers, I'm not so sure. Hey, Joni. But anyway, this is what we're making. So let me move these out of the way. And I actually can just delete these. So I'll hit delete. Here's the one I made, this sample, and I cheated. I started yesterday because I was scared. And there's this one. But doesn't Jean Frieda come up with really super ideas? I love this. She said she saw it somewhere and thought that'd be a fun thing to do. And I actually pushed the date of when I was going to do this one back when she had mentioned it to me. Because I said it'd probably be better if it was in April for spring break. But she said spring break's going on right now. She just came home from a vacation, and I guess there were a bunch of spring break kids there. So anyway, this is what we're going to make. And Nightbot should, if he's working properly, I don't know if he's come in at all yet, so maybe I don't have it on right for this one. We'll put a link down below the video for the font that I used if you don't have it. As a matter of fact, I can show you what it is right now, I believe. Let's go here, and let me see. Yeah, here it is. This is the font I use. Now, if you just go to dafont.com and look up this font, can you see what it's called? Monogrammos. For some reason, if I do a search for that, it doesn't pop up. But you can go directly to this link. Let me copy this. And hey, I can't put it into there because I'm not on there. Well, let me go over here and let me open up a font now. Let's see this. Wonder if I can just paste it now. Yeah. So this is what you want to go to. So you might want to write this down if you have a pencil handy. If not, when you watch the video back again, you can see it. But when I actually tried to put in the monogrammus, it didn't come up. It didn't show up on my computer. Maybe it will work for you, but I knew it was in there. So I did a Google search and was able to find it. So if you type in all of this, monogrammus.font, you'll be able to find it too, hopefully. So I'll leave that up for just a couple of minutes in case you're trying to get something. So yes, I agree with Stephanie. Everybody's making really sweet, cute cards. Love it. Okay, so I'll get rid of this now. Hopefully you've had enough time to see it. If not, you can watch the playback and get it then. So, okay. So this is what we're going to make. And I have the instructions for you. And, well, not written out. I have them written out for myself. You know how I am with writing out instructions because I don't want to make a mess up. So the first thing you have to do this is this. Go over to the drawing tools on the left-hand side. Thanks, Tammy. Tammy said she screenshotted it and we'll put it up for the group. Sweet. All right. So you're going to come over here to the drawing tools and get the rectangle. And I'll go slow enough in case you want to work along with me if you have two computers open. And I like to go slowly anyway. So I get a rectangle and I'm just going to come over and draw it any size. Doesn't matter. But I am going to resize it, and that size does matter because I want it to fit on my charger. So I'm going to come up here to where the size area is, and for the width, I'm going to make it 3.69. 3.69, and I'll hit enter. So you can see I have one above here that I've made just for a sample, and that's the same width. Or it should be, yeah. And then the height of it, because we don't want it to be overlapping the top, come up here to where the height is, and you're going to make that 0.75 and hit enter. So that's how big your little strip is. It's going to go around your charger. And of course, if you don't have an iPhone and you have another kind of a charger, or one of those bigger iPhone chargers, you know, just adjust your sizes and put something on there. But I don't know if y'all saw my little blurb on my blog, or maybe one of the things I sent out. I truly do go around my house and try to claim every one of these as mine. And people want to like run and hide from me when they see me coming if they have their charger because they say it's theirs. Anyway, all right, so here's this. I'm going to scroll in so you can see it larger. Okay. Okay, the next thing that I've decided to do to make it easier for myself was I could have gone to the knife tool and done something, but I realized if I come here to the flexi shapes, there's a shape I really kind of wanted to make, and it's this zigzaggy thing. So I clicked on that to select it. And then I just came over here, and I held down my shift key. I'm not sure if I really have to. I held down my shift key and just drew across here. And that makes a pretty hideous looking zigzag, right? However, we're able to fix those flexi shapes really easily. Remember, if we go in on our flexi shapes, there's this little thing that I think looks like a zipper. If you change that, go one way or the other, and let me zoom back out so you can see, it's making more of the little things, little zigzags, or less. So I want quite a few of them on mine, but like they're way too big now. So what I can do is if I click off of it and then click back on it, so click off and back on, I get the boxes around it, and that's what allows me to change, whoopsie, I don't want to change that, but I better leave it there so I know how big. That's what allows me to change how big these are, or how tall they are. So maybe I like it like that. And then the thing that I like to do on mine usually is I like to make the left-hand side kind of a mirror of the right-hand side. So you can just take these boxes and stretch them out like this. So on the left-hand side, or the right-hand side, I have the downward point touching the side. And if I want to do the same thing on the left-hand side, I can stretch that out as well so that it's touching, the downward point is touching. Now see, if I move it, it's messing up this one over here. So you can actually grab this little circle thing and change it like that instead. You see this little circle? I can grab that and move it out. And I think, let's go back out, should have stayed the way I wanted it to on the left, and it did. So again, you can start by using the boxes, and if all you have is the boxes, you'll use that at first, but you should still have those other, the zipper and those other things, the red little dots, and those red dots again let you make it bigger or smaller like that, thinner. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that like that. And again, the downward part is touching here and here. So, oh, but you know what? I don't want it that close to the edge. Let me move that down a little bit. And so that means I might want to make it a little bit less tall. That's good. Okay, so let's see. The next thing I'm going to do then is I'm just going to click on it to highlight it. And I can either right-click and say duplicate, or hit Control D on my computer to duplicate it. And now I have two. And if I want this one to be exactly lined up with the one underneath, I can grab both of these and come up here to this tool and say center. That's centered one on top of the other. And now I can just click on one of them, the top one, hit the arrow key on my keyboard and move this one down. Yeah, they do make cool waves. So that's that. And then I'm just trying to make it so it's going to look even. So I'm going to unclick. And it looks like it might need to be moved down a little bit further. It's kind of hard for me to tell that when I have all those lines around there. That's why I click off and look and click back on it to move it some more. And I'm just nudging it down with the arrow key on my keyboard. That looks pretty good to me. Now, I want those cut out. So what I'm going to, just like up here, you see how they're cut out? These are gone out of the color. And matter of fact, I can make this color the same if I want, so you can kind of tell what's going on. So I want those cut out. So I'm going to grab everything and come over here to the Modify panel. Click on that. And once that panel is open, just click Subtract. And that's going to subtract those wavy lines right out of there. Perfect. Okay, Now what I want to do with my little thing is go ahead and grab it all and right click and group, or I can hit Control on my keyboard and the G for the word group. Whoops. Okay. Let's see. So the next thing I want to do, I group that. Okay, now I'm going to get a circle. Come over here again to the drawing tools and get a circle. I'm going to hold down my shift key because if I don't, I can make this any, shape I want, like an oval or whatever. I don't want it to be an oval. I want it to be a perfect circle. So if I hold down my shift key, no matter how hard I try, I can't make it into an oval while I'm holding my shift key. So I'm going to let go of my mouse first and then my shift key. And now I want to resize my circle. So I just did a little trial and error for this to see what was going to fit for sure on my iPhone charger. So I decided what worked best for me, and what I liked was to make this 0.99. So I could either hold down my shift key so it stays exactly a circle, or just come up here and lock the lock and change one of these dimensions to 0.99 and hit enter. And since the lock is locked, it stays exactly the same. Is that the size? Yep, that's it. So now I'm going to bring this down here, and what I can do right now is go ahead and grab both of these two things, and I want to make sure this thing is centered exactly. So I'm going to come up here. Remember, this one centers everything to the page because you see the little page behind it. This one just centers the things that you have selected. So I'm going to click center. Then I'm going to click on that circle again and duplicate it. So I can right click and duplicate, or one of those other ways, and move that one off. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I want to get rid of this circle. So I'm going to subtract it. I want to subtract a circle out of the orange part behind. So I grab both things, come over here to the modify panel if it's not open, and click on that and say subtract. Okay, that's perfect. I love it. So now I'll grab all of this and just group it again. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is work with this circle right here. Now what I found, squeaky, what I found that I like to do is just make this a teeny tiny bit bigger, and it seems to work a little bit better for me. So what I do is I come up here and lock the lock again, and instead of this being a 0.990, I make it a 0.995. That just makes it a little smidgen bigger. And that's when I weld this together, it's going to weld better. That's what I've found. So here we have the circle, and now what I want to do is I want to do an offset on this circle, because notice there's a circle here. So all I do is grab this guy, and might as well make him the orange color. Come up here, get the color I recently used. After I've changed his color, I'll just come over here to the modify panel again. No, to the offset panel. Remember, the offset panel is the one that's a little star here, and it actually has an offset around it. So I'm going to click on that. And let's see, I'm going to do, let me see what I said on my notes, how big I wanted to make it. Okay. I'm going to do an internal offset, and I'm going to change it. Now this is just willy-nilly what I've decided. So you willy-nilly decide whatever you like. But I willy-nilly went with 0.1, like that. And I said apply. And then I grab both of these because all I really want is the outer circle. So when I grab both of these, I can come back again to the offset. It's not offset, I'm sorry, to the modify panel and say subtract. Perfect. It leaves me with a circle that I exactly want. So I can bring this guy down here. And this is why I made it a little tiny bit bigger, because see, if it was the exact size, I might have a hard time when I weld it, and it might still cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab both of these and come up again to the center. And now I should be able to weld this, and there should not be any cuts in these areas right here. Let's see how it worked. I'm going to grab everything, right click and say weld. Yep, perfect. So let me show you what would have happened if I didn't have it perfectly centered like that, or if I hadn't made it a smidgen bigger. Might have been like this a little tiny bit. You see how there's a little teeny bit showing there, and it would probably even be way less than that. But if I went like this now and I right clicked and said weld, okay, you can see if I scroll in, when my machine goes to cut this, it is going to go down in here and cut down to here and then come back out, down in here, cut to there, come back out. That's not what we want. It really wouldn't matter since we're doing vinyl and we could place it however we want. But it's so much easier just to make this a smidgen bigger and then just to grab both of these things and go ahead, whoops, grab them both, go ahead and center them. And now when I right click and weld, you're not going to see any of that little junky stuff where it's going to cut down in here where we don't want it to cut. Okay, so that part's really easy. The next part's just as easy. So you'll need to have that font. And again, if you go to defont.com and just type in monogrammus, you may not find it. So do use that link if you can't find it the other way. So what I will do now is come over to the left-hand side, get a letter. I'll type in my initials again. P, why did I do that like that? You're supposed to have your last name in the center, I think, according to somebody's rules. So it should be PCA. Your last name is usually in the center. I'm not sure why I did mine like that. It doesn't matter, though. Who cares? All right. So once I have this selected, I'm going to go ahead and grab it. And I'm going to come over here to the right for the text style panel. And probably you'll have to scroll way down to the M's. And it's hard to tell that the monogrammus is what it is because it just looks goofy in my opinion. Where is it? Did I pass it? Yeah. Well, it looks like little circles, I guess. See the little circles right there? Kind of. So I'll click on that. All right, so that's what happens. Comes in like this. A little bit of a pain, but we know how to fix stuff like this. The first thing I do is, depending on if you're choosing a different size to make things, because you have a different kind of a adapter, you may want to resize everything right now while they're still attached, and so, or grouped. So you could resize it however you want to right now while they're still grouped, and all of the letters would group accordingly. But I don't want mine resized, so I'm going to hit the undo button and go back to the way they were. That's what I want. So to use these now, I'm going to use the P from this group, the C from the middle group, and the A from here. So the first thing I do is I ungroup everything. And I'm not sure about something. I just thought of something. I wonder if the first thing I did rather than ungroup would simply come to, I bet I could do this one less step. Release the compound path. Nope. Don't want to do it like that. I'll do it the way I did it originally. So the first thing that I do is I ungroup it, which is fine, right? But I can't really grab what I want here. So I do now need to go to release the compound path. Okay, I don't need these two things on the right at all, so I could delete them now if I want to. Or what I could do is just grab the one that I do want and make sure when I'm grabbing it that I get that little invisible uh-oh. Hang on. Okay. I want to make sure I get this little invisible box right here. So I'm going to right click on that and then say make compound path. So I'm just going to drag this one up there. It's ready to go. And I can just delete these. The A, I'll do the same thing. right click, release the compound path. The one I want is the center one. I can grab it, making sure I get that little box in the center. If I don't feel comfortable with that, I can just grab the one on the right and delete it. Grab the one on the left and delete it. And then I'm left with this one, and I can right click after I select it all and say make compound path. And drag it up here. Last one, right click, release. Just grab this C and bring it up. And now if I want to, what I can do is I can make sure that the C and the P are the same distance basically away from the circle. And once they are, if I'm happy with that, I can click on the P, hold down my shift key, grab the A and the C, and then come up here to this little tool, okay, and select this one that's going to distribute everything horizontally. So in other words, if I had the A a little too far over, like that, this will automatically move it where it needs to be. So again, I'd have to get the P, Shift, A, keep holding the Shift key, get the C, and then come up here and say space horizontally and watch the A move. Perfect, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna I think I'll grab those now. I could have grouped them, I guess. I'm gonna grab them all by holding down the Shift key. I'll change them all to the same color. And then I can just group everything. And let me scroll back out. Get rid of these. Get rid of this. We have this one. Bring it up here, kind of. And now for Cameo, this is all you have to do is take it, go to Send. Now, let me show you. This is the product that I'm using. It's from Cricut. I've already done a test cut, so I know what I need to set the dimensions or the thing at. So let me show you. Okay, so I have it on vinyl glitter because that worked for me when I tried it on my test. I changed the cutting depth to 5, the force to 17, and I slowed down my speed. This is not something you need to memorize or remember. I wrote it down on my piece of vinyl that I have because I know it works for this. I will test it every time though, because depending on how many times I've used the blade and how old the blade's getting, I want to make sure that the settings I have still work. These settings ought to work perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up for you. All right, so here I am down at my mat. I have my transfer paper ready. Here's one I made in advance just in case this one messes up. And of course you need your weeding tool and a pin, or maybe the pin pen, or I understand you can make these yourself using a, what are they called? You know, those mechanical pencil and a pin. Okay, and here's my thing. All right, so I'm gonna put this on here. And by the way, I'm still using the back of my heat transfer vinyl. It started to not be very sticky on my mat, so I wiped it clean with a baby wipe, one of those non-alcohol ones, and that seemed to revitalize it again. So I've been using this mat for a long, long time. And when this thing finally does die, I think I'll do something else out of vinyl and have a new sheet out of HTV and put that sheet on here, because boy, that works like a charm. So put this on. I usually like to turn it over on this side first to squeegee it down. And then I could go over here just to make sure. I'll go ahead and put it in my machine. And my machine says that it's ready. And I've already tested it. If I had not, I would go right here and say test. So many people don't do that and they get frustrated because something doesn't cut right. Test. Only takes 20 seconds at the most. All right, so I'm going to go send. So my machine's over there cutting any moment. Carmen just said she found a great tool at the Dollar Tree. It's pink with a pin on the end and it works great. Oh, I wonder if you could take a picture of it later and put it in our group. That's neat. I've not heard of that. Okay, let's see. That should be done. Okay. I have no idea why. You know what, you guys? I probably forgot to put this on the right thing up here at the top. Let me look. Heavens to Murgatroyd. So what I'm talking about is right here. I think since I didn't choose what I wanted it to be on. Huh, that's weird, but I think it still worked just fine. Usually what you would do up here is obviously you would tell it to cut or to cut edge, and I just left that totally blank, but it pretty much knew what to do, I guess, thank heaven. All right, so let's go back down here. Here it is, should be all done perfectly, let's hope. Take this off, get rid of my mat. And now, I'll just weave this. I always find the hardest part with weeding is just the very beginning, getting started. I don't know about you guys, but I do. Okay, that part we did perfectly. Now I want to be careful because last time when I was making a sample plane, I accidentally weeded out the letters. But I think, let's double check here. I want the letters to stay. See how that is? I want it to stay like, no, you don't see it, like that. So what I'll want to do is weed out around them. I think I'll try my pen first. I gotta hold it up so I can see it. There's such a glare. Okay. Okay, there's that. Perfect. And you know, by the way, I don't know, people usually put a little something on this part that matches. So why not just cut a little line from your leftover scrap and put it on there? Don't have to be anything, doesn't have to be anything fancy. Put that out. Yeah, I gotta make sure I'm picking at the right place. There we go. Okay, that turned out really, really well. No problems whatsoever. Now, you know I always have an issue with my tape. I need to quit being so frugal and get new stuff, but here we go. I'm gonna put this on here. And I hope you're noticing that I'm putting my name on 2 of these chargers. And I think I'm gonna go round up a few more because they're mine. Okay, there's that. Hopefully it's gonna work perfectly. Now this I have found, let's see, where are you guys? There you are. I have found, see, it's not working right yet, but I have to kind of push down on this to make sure it's gonna stick. The letters I have a hard time with sometimes. So that one worked well. Oh boy. Hey. It is my lucky day. Wowzers. That worked perfectly. I didn't have one bit of problem with that. That's beautiful. So look how nice that turned out. Can you see it? All right. So, the next thing I should probably do is clean this thing. But I forgot to get the alcohol, so I'll just do that. And it's crappy looking though. It's got something on it. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Alright, so now all I'm going to do is go ahead and put this on here. Okay, so just kind of center it. Now, on the first one that I did, I wasn't very careful, and notice when you get to the back it doesn't match up. Not that it really matters. This time I'm going to try to be a little bit more careful. Hold that there and try to go straight around the back with this one. And take that part off and see if I can get this guy to match up. Oh yeah, much better. Oopsie. Well, it was much better. And of course you can burnish it with your fingernail, or if you have a tool, burnish it down. And then hopefully, oops, I just stuck those two pieces together. Take this right off. And I'm telling you what, I really like this. You know I like the sparkle, and this sparkles. Pretty. I like it a lot. So again, now what I would do, just because I want to make sure everybody knows these are all mine also, I could just come around and get a little, snip off a little piece. Snip off a little piece of this jazz. Let's see if this will fit. Might be too wide. No, that'll fit. Look at that. Just like that, I could do that. And, you know, I could get another piece if I wanted to make sure. But that just shows that these two things go together and they're mine. So I just think that's a super project. I think any of your kids would probably like it. And again, those of you coming to the retreat, you might want to label some of your things like this. You know, it's not that we take each other's stuff. It's just hard to know whose is whose. Sometimes. My sister messed up her, Jean fitted like one. She messed up hers at the airport, she was telling me today. And so she had to buy one at the airport. So she just had a girls' vacation somewhere. And luckily, when she bought one at the airport, they had different color ones. So she bought a champagne color one, so she knew which one was hers. But I just think that turned out really cute. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, nail polish dot. That's what I usually do too. I put nail polish dots on stuff. Hi, Linda. Let's see, let's look through here, see if there's any questions. I know, Stephanie, isn't that vinyl pretty? I love it. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty on your phone also. Yeah, I think they'd be cute little gifts, you know. Hey, you could throw it in if your kids have phones, you could throw it in their Easter basket, a little, you know, something. And actually, if they already have their phone in their charger, you could just make it. Oopsie, I'm still showing you down there. But you could just make it and give them the sticker on a paper, you know, and then help them put it on if they're little kids. Claim your chargers. That's what we should name this video, Claim Your Chargers. Yeah, they're all mine. Really, if my husband or my son came in here, they'd be telling you, yeah. And if I'm out visiting my daughter, I might have a tendency to take hers as well, and her husband's. Yeah, didn't Jean Frieda come up with a good idea, Deborah? I agree with you. It was a good idea. Okay. I guess that's about it. Unless you guys have any questions. We have 5 adults and a 7-year-old, lots of electronics. I think I'm going to color code each one's electronics with her. Yeah, that's a great idea, Rebecca. She's going to color code them. Where did you get file? You mean the file I used for on here? I just made it. That's what the beginning of the video shows you how to do. How to make the file. Just get a rectangle. You can see it up here on in silhouette. This is the one I just made. And just for my sample thing, was it on here? Where'd it go? Oh, I deleted them all, that's right. Oh, Nightbot, just put in the link for the monogrammas font. How about that? Thanks, Deborah. Yeah, is that the first time Nightbot's been here, Tammy? That's funny. I'm glad he came in with that information anyway. That's what we needed. Hey, those of you in Patreon, if you think of something that you'd like to get, or when you'd like to get together sometime just for fun, you know, feel free in our Facebook group to let me know or let Tammy know. And we'd be glad to just hang out on Zoom and we can just craft and talk together. Because we are like a big old family. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. Oh, yeah, don't forget to click the thumb. Thanks. And share it if you know anybody. Yes, I'm so happy. I'm feeling better, too. I know. I did, too. And I think being off for a while is going to give me a chance to get healthy. So anyway, I hope I didn't make too much noise with my cough drop, sucking on it and popping it around in my mouth. But yeah, anytime, like Tammy said, if y'all want to get together anytime, you know, just it's kind of fun to hang out and talk or not talk, but just kind of be with somebody else while you're in your crafting room. You're not alone, you know. We can drink coffee together. Tammy and I have been into coloring a lot lately. I wonder if my latest picture's here. Oh, I showed you guys on Facebook, I think. I don't know. I don't know where it is. Oh, well. Anyway, thanks for coming, you guys. Oh, there she is. Isn't that cute? I love her. Oh, my gosh. This coloring stuff's kind of fun. Like I said, we're taking, oh, if you're coming to the retreat, I've been talking to the lady that teaches these classes, and she was telling me how, you know, maybe we can do something like this, and she said, would you like some prizes for at your retreat? And I was like, oh, heck yeah, we want prizes. So I don't know what she has in mind, but, you know, it'd be fun to see. So anyway, thanks, Rebecca. Okay, who's that? Who is that person again? You said your name. Wait. Haplu. What was your name again? I don't know. My sister gave me a thumbs up. Sweet. It's hard to get thumbs up out of Jean Frieda. I'm kidding, Jeannie. You're welcome, Carmen. Yes, I do. What screen? You mean me? Oh, what screen didn't I share? Oh, well, I don't know. Okay. Well, I guess that's about it. I don't want to keep you guys here for... It's much nicer on Zoom, isn't it? When we can actually... I don't talk, just... We all talk. Linda Z. Okay. All right, it's Linda. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Anybody else working on anything exciting today? I think I'm going to color some more. I got to print something off to do, though. I even like how the lamppost showed up. Oh, my gosh. She's so cute. I love it. It's fun to do that. Oh, hold her up. I've been doing it, I like to sit here at my little table, and sometimes I've been watching the show Vera. Maybe Stephanie's familiar with that show. It's a British murder mystery, and it's not really gory or anything. So I kind of watch that in color. It's fun. Yeah. But anyway, I think these colored things will be cool to put on our cards and our cards for kids. Don't forget, we have the next time we want cards was by Earth Day. And we're hoping to get maybe everybody can turn in a dozen. Because like I said, our goal is to get to the next level. What are we? Now we're gold? I don't know what happens. No, nothing actually happens. We just get bragging rights. And don't forget to vote for Stephanie's card. You know it's got to be the best one. You remember the little purse she showed us how to make? It's similar to that. And I still have my purse. I just never finished the fanciness. Remember the little purse she showed us how to make? And it has the little things in it that the little girls can play with. Whoopsie. The toolbox one is like this, but instead of having the makeup inside, it's got tools. And the sentiment she wrote was so cute. Yeah. Oh, you watched that too, Stephanie. I love Vera. Yeah. Downloaded the exercise sheets from Kit and Clowder. She's really a nice person. She's actually been chatting back and forth with me and stuff. For this one, for the little girl I'm doing right now, she was just a practice. You know, if you're doing something for our cards for kids, you could just cut out the whole thing and put it on another piece of paper because it doesn't matter what size those are because we don't have to have envelopes. But since we have Cricut Silhouette, we can just use her, and there is just an image of just her, and we can put an offset around her and then put her on a card. They're so cute. Yes, the purse is adorable. Hey, Stephanie, whenever I watch Vera, I swear I have to watch it at least twice because I never really understand it. They figure out who done it, and I'm like, what? And so I have to watch them at least twice. Sometimes three, because I don't quite understand. Pillow covers. I just totally messed up. Oh, no. Oh. Were you putting vinyl on them, Carmen? She said she just messed up pillow covers. Oh, Deborah loves coloring. Yeah, the shading just takes practice. And if you watch Kit and Clowder, she gives you really, really good tips on how to shade. Did I use special card for my shading? I'm just using regular old cardstock. Just what I get from Staples. I understand a lot of people say you need to use a different one with more tooth or something. But this is what I have, and it must have enough tooth for me because it's working fine. Yeah. Yep, just plain cardstock. Usually we just do the person. I was starting to do a dragon, but I don't like how he was turning out. I'll tell you which one don't start with if you guys go to her website. Please, please don't start with the daggum, this guy, the unicorn. It's so hard because hair is one of the harder things to do, and this thing's mostly all hair. So that was frustrating Tammy and I. So, anyway, let's see. No, a different thing entirely from my daughters. Oh. Okay. Cool. First live chat. Welcome. Is my sister still here, or did she have to go? She and Frida. Here's a flower I was doing. Anyway, just learning. She says to write practice on your piece so that every time you start getting frustrated and think, oh, this doesn't look good, look up there at the word practice. You're just practicing. You're just learning. Don't be so hard on yourself. She really seems like a neat person. She's really, really young. And she's taken classes, I think, I don't know what kind of, she has a degree or something in helping people, because her main focus is on doing things for hospitals and people with depression and all kind of stuff like that. If you look her up, she won an award, a Young Woman's Award for something like that as well. She's just real cute and real friendly and nice. Hey, Jeannie. She's still here. All right. Here's what it's called, Kit and Clowder. Kit and Clowder. And I think it's .com. Oh, you know what? I'll go do it on my hold on just a second, you guys. What the heck? Okay, here's what it is. When you first get there, you get to this page with a free stamp if you want it, and you could sign up for it. And then this is what it looks like. Okay, lots of stuff like this. But here, I think maybe under classrooms, or is it under class shop? Well, my mouse isn't working very well because look at this right now, and this is actually her. It says, hello. Let me say. I'm going to say something to her. Okay, I'm not really sure if she's really there, but it said hello and chat with us, so I thought I would. All right, let's look at the class shop. So I do pencils. Maybe some of you do markers, but I do pencils because they're a lot cheaper. And then here's the free classes. And there's one for a rose. There's this one that I don't recommend. It's hard. This one's good, except for I couldn't do the whole flower. I mean, I couldn't do the whole thing. But once you sign up for this, you can make it so you just have one flower that you can work on. So here's some of her stuff. Yeah, like I said, she's been writing back and forth to me. And see, this is what she, let's see, does it say anything about her blog? I was looking to see if it told about what she does. She has a Facebook group with weekly giveaways. But I was trying to see if it told about her. No, I don't see. Oh, but see, she's got art therapy up here, and that's what I think that she has a degree in, using art for art therapy. Anyway, so there's a lot of good stuff. You know, she lives in, where she live in Australia, so maybe not, but she said, hey, do you need any prizes? And I was like, yeah, we need some. So anyway, that'd be fabulous if she would. But guess what? You remember our good Stephanie, who just won that top 10 cards? She's going to be doing a class for us live from the UK when we're there. And that's just something extra special. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the pin pen. You're right. It's the pin pen that I've gotten from Troy. 651 vinyl. Looks like this. I see it looks like it's backwards for me. It's just a pen, and that's a pin at the end, and it allows you to take out little stuff. But I think there's a YouTube video, like I said, that shows how to make one yourself if you have a mechanical pencil. Yeah, you were kidding, but I wasn't. I wish you would come. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure that all the rooms are sold now or taken. We may be able to finagle one more, but I don't know for sure. So. All right. Anybody else have anything to say? Or I am feeling much better. Tammy and I both keep trying to send it back and forth to each other. Okay, again, thank you for coming. Thanks, Jean, Frida, for yet another fun project. I'm sure she has some more up her sleeve for in the next coming weeks, because I really enjoy doing this and getting together with you guys, especially since we won't be getting together every Saturday. But remember, those of you in Patreon, please let me know, hey, I'm feeling I lost my mojo. I have a project I want to work on, but I'd love to have other people hanging out with me so I can chat while I'm working. Just let us know in our Facebook group. And, if whoever's available can just join in. And that'd be fun. Okay, I'm going to hang up now. See you guys later. Thanks again. Love you guys. I think I'm going to hang up. You're welcome, child. Thanks for coming.